look at a body saw, very intimidating name for the exercise, but it doesn't look like a lot. We can use it on sliders, we can use it on suspension trainer, we can use it just body weight, just shifting our weight forward and backwards. But for this movement in particular, we're gonna hit it with the sliders. First one being a low plank body saw. So if we're down on our forearms, we palms facing down, we're gonna try and make a 90-degree angle, forearms up to our upper arms, and then a 90-degree angle from our upper arms to our shoulders and our back and everything. So good in that high plank, straight line from the heels all the way up to the head. Sliders are gonna be on our feet, and all we're gonna do is shift that body weight backwards. Doesn't need to be a lot, could be 4-6 inches. As soon as you start getting away from that regularly maintained 90-90, you're gonna start feeling a lot of pull in your core. So what we're asking of our core is to fight the extension forces that are going to be happening in our back as we create that longer lever arm. That back is going to want to arch, almost like if you're looking at a suspension bridge. It's going to want to dangle down. So what we're looking for here is to really squeeze our glutes, rock those hips forward, maintain that neutral spine. The second you start feeling that tension, that pull, that little bit of aggravation in your lower back, that will be a red flag to not go quite as far. So you can just tiptoe around that area and bring it back in, but you don't want any back pain. So especially on the way back in, being that we have the sliders, we're gonna wanna dig our feet into them as hard as possible. That's gonna create a little bit more tension for our quads, a little bit more tension in our core, especially if we're digging our elbows in to bring our body back to neutral. That's gonna be creating a lot of force within our core, squeezing the glutes, full body, slow on the way out, slow on the way in, just really pulling through it, keeping that spine neutral. On our way back in, try not to rock too far forward, so you don't want to be shooting your shoulders way past your wrists, even though I'm sure you're glad to be making it home safe after rocking it out there. But just back to neutral, then back in. If you are comfortable with the movement, you can go up and do a high plank. So now creating a much larger lever arm as opposed to staying in the low plank. Now that we're high, it's going to be a lot more traction forces on your spine as we're going outwards, a little bit more tension, a little bit more force going on there, and as we're pulling in, asking a lot more from your lats and your triceps and everything to stabilize, pull yourself back in. Between the two of them, I would definitely say start with the low plank and then progress your way up to the high plank only when you feel comfortable, only when you mastered the low plank variation to this movement. But either way, you don't need a lot, doesn't look like a lot, but you'll be feeling it.